JoeteckTips, he's the man with the plan, guiding us through the digital land.
This is the 2024 electric Mercedes-Benz EQE 350. It is beautiful. I will be going over the eccentricities and attributes of this vehicle. Looking forward to it. On the 2023 EQE 350 SUV, this is manual.
It's electric!
That is pretty slick. It's electric. That it gives you the illusion of being red, but still shows a yellow light when hazards are on or directionals. This is kind of cool, and this is how it's done. Red lens, green LED makes yellow lights. Clever. We have Pirelli All Season Zero AMG rims, 255 R40 20-inch all around the car. This is one freaking beast of a tire. These are digital projection headlights, LED for high beams and low beams. When you steer the vehicle, these move with the road. Everything about this is incredible. It actually does projection warning signs in front of you when you're driving. This is probably one of the coolest things Mercedes has ever implemented in their headlight display. I'm very impressed. This emblem here acts as two things at the same time. Opens up the trunk, and when you back up, there is a hidden camera inside of here. It's actually pretty impressive. One of the cool features about Mercedes is that the window drops down ever so slightly when you open up the window. Now I'm going to close it, and it goes inside underneath this molding here and keeps a nice tight seal. That's pretty clever. There's no other way to do it. It has to do that. It has to drop down in order to open and close the door. This particular model has a spoiler. Not that we're going to be going over 100 miles an hour for that to even go into effect. There's no latch to open up the hood of the car. There's nothing inside of here that you need. So there's no latch to get inside of it. No user serviceable parts inside the hood. This is where you put your washer fluid. This is the only location that you can get to that's outside the car. The trunk is extremely spacious. Sleeps maybe two. Oh wait, it will only sleep two if, by the way, you have controls to knock down the seats. Now, it sleeps two. And the cool thing is, the trunk is closable remotely from inside the vehicle. But you have to manually put them back up again. They are spring-loaded. I'm a fairly decent-sized guy. Got plenty of headroom. This was set up for me to be sitting in there, and I'm 6'1". Got plenty of space in the back seat, and I'm not even sitting straight. Got a pocket back here, spring-loaded. It's nice. Climate control in the rear. That's kind of cool. I like that. Air conditioning and heating. Nice LED lighting back here. Got interior lighting and independent lighting. This is really nice. I like this. Plenty of room. My head is somewhat touching the top of this. I mean, if I slash down a little bit and be like a normal person, not like someone who's, rigid, I have room here. There are curtain-size airbags here, so if there was a side impact, there are airbags here, airbags there, so we're safe, which is great. I like the interior of this. I'm not a big fan of white. This particular car, actually, It's doing pretty good with it. Let's see. There's actually room for 3 people in the back here, which is shocking. There's actually a center seatbelt. See, there's a center headrest and seatbelt. I like that. So let's see, we got armrest, phone holder, and 2 cup holders. Nice added touch. And you can fold them away when you're not using them. We're inside the vehicle. This is a luxury car. This is unbelievably comfortable. I can't wait to get inside of this car to drive. It feels like it's $1 million car. It's unbelievable. Controls are right where they should be, easy to access, nothing reflective on any of the surfaces for the sun to glare onto, like the EQS. It is an unbelievable vehicle. So let's power this bad boy on so you can hear the cool sound effects that it has. That is new for 2024. So there are energizing comfort settings in this that is pretty slick. So you have one for the driver, you have one for the passenger. You have different options here. Freshness, warmth, vitality, joy, well-being, forest, sea sound, summer rain. It's pretty wild. I'm going to hit play and let you listen to one. We can go on and on about the cool features of this cozy warmth by the means of heated seats and surfaces. And there's a setting on here called Power Nap, which is pretty wild. And it will only happen if it's plugged into the wall. The options go on and on and on. It does have a panoramic sunroof with a sunshade on here. This is an unbelievable automobile. I got this as a loaner to review, and the sound system in this vehicle is unbelievable. It also has the ability. This car has the features that it actually could check the air quality in the air for parts per million. For exterior, it lets you know if the air quality is good on the outside and good on the inside. You can add a fragrance module to this. You can actually have a fragrance go in. It even ionizes the air in the car. Come on, that is slick. That is unbelievable. And you can also set up a pre-entry temperature. So similar to when people, they start the car, they have auto start, and they turn on the air conditioning, the car is cold. Well, you could do the same thing, but you could do that with the app. So there's a Mercedes Me app that you can get when you get the car. You can pretty much control everything from that app. And you can also do pre-entry climate control right from the app. Pretty slick, actually. This is a great car. I recommend this car. If you're located on Long Island, okay, and you need a Mercedes and you want an electric car, even if you want a gas car, go down to Smithtown Mercedes-Benz or Mercedes-Benz of Smithtown and ask for Brandon. He was my salesman, sales guy, and a wonderful gentleman. Tell him JoeteckTips sent you. He'll give you a good deal. The seat controls on this is pretty amazing. It, like any other typical car, they're always located on the side of the chair, the side of the seat. But Mercedes-Benz has it on the door, like everything else. So any Mercedes that you come into will have the seat controls on the door, and it's always in that swoosh mentality. You have headrest control. You have back seat control. Pretty much everything is roll right here. I like the fact that you have memory control for the seats for the passenger. That's pretty slick. Mirrors fold in. All the high-tech amenities that any other Mercedes-Benz offers. Driving is all done from the stick up top. Park, neutral, reverse, and drive. Directionals are on the left. Windshield washer, wipers are also on the left. Some cars are on the right. So normally you have some sort of a joystick to control for going into drive neutral. You have it here on the steering wheel column. It's like this has got so many bells and whistles. It's not even funny. One of the features that are really slick on this vehicle is the recuperation. When you got paddle shifters, paddles on left and right of the steering wheel. If you move it to the left one time, it shows up as strong recuperation. This is important. You're going to love this. Move it to the right one, normal. No recuperation. And then if you hit it one more time, you have intelligent recuperation, which is also auto. And what this does, this will brake the car automatically. And it'll be like driving in cruise control, and it'll stop and start the car by itself. There is a heads-up display that I'm focusing in on. Okay, so I'm going to see if I actually can record this and drive at the same time. So this is sport. This is standard. This is how I received the vehicle, showing me on the left side is the miles an hour on the road. Okay, and then the miles per hour, and then if my hands are on the steering wheel or not. Eco display. I'm not quite sure. I haven't done that yet. Settings. I'm not quite sure about that yet. And then that could turn on or off the heads-up display as you saw it disappear. And there it comes back again. And there we are. We're off. So let's see if we could change the options. Let's go to Eco. That tells me how good I'm driving, I guess. Oh, look at that. It turns red. I can see this being a huge distraction for some people, having a heads-up display, because it is cool. But I think having just the miles an hour is all you need. I think this is probably less intrusive, easy to view, and it gets the point across, so you can just see the miles an hour, and that is it. We are home. So the drive is actually very good. Since I'm in New York, it's actually very complicated to drive quick in this vehicle. But overall, it's actually very, very responsive, handles very, very well. I'm impressed. For an EQE 350 sedan, it's actually very good. This is equipped with the heads-up display, which I find to be actually distracting. The sound effect you heard in the background, I have the system warn me if I'm speeding 5 miles over. So the overall feel of the vehicle is nice. This is, like I said, this is a 2024 Mercedes-Benz EQE 350 loaded. It's got every option that this thing can possibly have. The heads-up display I find to be very, it's very interesting. However, the frame around it, I can actually see on the windshield, and it's extremely distracting. I find that being a problem. Other than that, it's a good car. I just don't like how I can actually see things reflecting off the windshield. The whole idea is to see everything on the outside, so I have to refocus looking and not worry about the frame of the heads-up display, the speaker in the center, the vent. I can see all that. I'm not sure if that was done by design. It lights up the whole side so you can see where you're going. And then you put it back in drive, it shuts it off. That's pretty slick. And then when you make a turn, to make a left turn, it lights up the turning area for you. Pretty wild. All right, that concludes this review of the 2024 Mercedes-Benz EQE 350. Offers some really cool, snazzy options. I recommend this vehicle. If you want it, go get it. I'm out of here.
In the world of lights and bits, where tech can make a strip, there's a guru with a knack for every digital tip. JoeteckTips the name, he's the one you'll seek. From gadgets to software, he's the one you'll meet. So if your tech's in a tangle, don't you fear. JoeteckTips here, let his advice draw near. With his help, you'll surely find in this digital world peace of mind. JoeteckTips, he's the man with the plan, guiding us through the digital land. With his wisdom and his wit, every tech woe will surely fix it.